welcome back to my channel. So today I have a new video for you guys, as you can clearly see. And today I'm going to be showing you how I got this makeup look right here. This look is perfect for the holidays or just a night out, whatever you want to use it for. Go ahead and use it, but I show you how to get this pretty look. It's super intense. It has a really bold eye, a little bit of glitter, not too much. And yeah, it's really full coverage makeup. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please stay tuned and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And let's get right into the video. Okay, so now you guys are zoomed in so you guys can see I've already done my eyebrows. So I'm gonna be moving on to my eyeshadow. And today I'm not sure what kind of eyeshadow look, as I never know what kind of eyeshadow look I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put some MAC powder foundation. This is in the shade NC35. It's the MAC Studio Fix Plus powder foundation, and I'm just gonna put some of that on my eyelid to prime. So yeah, I know I kind of want to do something glittery and holiday-like, dramatic, but I'm a little bit scared to do like too dramatic because I feel like I just haven't done that in a minute, and I might be a little rusty. Now, I know I've been using this palette like endlessly in my last couple of makeup tutorials or get ready with me's, but it really has every color that I need. And I actually want to go shopping for some new makeup because I feel like I've been using the same products just over and over and over again, and it's boring to me, so I know it has to be boring to you guys as well. I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. As I said, it has just every shade, and I really want to dive into some of these like burgundy and darker shades here. And also I love their transition shades, so that's why I'm going to be using this one. I'm also going to be using her palette in, this is from the Vault collection, and this is in Bling Boss. And this one also has a lot of beautiful burgundies and stuff that I feel like I'm gonna want to use. I'm gonna be starting with my favorite shade from this palette, and it is Pukey. It is my favorite transition shade ever, and it is this shade right here. I'm gonna apply that all up in the crease. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna take it's like a smudge brush, if you will. It's really tapered and it's really dense. And these are my favorite brushes to start like packing on eyeshadow in the crease. So I'm just gonna take this brush. By the way, all of these brushes, 95% of them are from Moda brushes. These are my favorite brushes ever. As I've mentioned before, they're so freaking cute, colorful, and they work really well. I swear by them. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. I actually have a code with them, so I will leave it in the description box below. I'm gonna go in with the shade Mystic. I hope this eyeshadow look does not come out like anything I've created before, because I feel like I just keep doing the same eyeshadow looks over and over again, but I can't help what I'm drawn to. Okay, so I'm gonna take this shade right here. So it's like a nice matte burgundy shade. So I'm just gonna take that shade and start packing it like on the outer corners and like into my crease. If it looks patchy right now, just don't worry about that. We're gonna blend that baby out. But right now I'm just focusing on really concentrating the shade in one part of my eye. So this is what it looks like right now. And now I'm just gonna go back in with that blending brush and the shade Pukey. I'm gonna take it very lightly and just start buffing in, like to blend the edges of that shadow. And I really love the contrast between these two shades. One is like a cooler undertone and the other one is warm, so I just really like that. I'm actually gonna go in with some Creamsicle, which is another favorite from this shade, and it is this kind of mustard yellow orange shade here. And I'm gonna take that really lightly on my blending brush, and I'm also gonna use that to help me blend out the edges of this burgundy. And so far, you guys, this looks just like the look I created not too long ago, but we're gonna spice this up. We're gonna spice it up. This brush is from It Cosmetics, and it's their Heavenly Luxe. It's double-sided with a shadow and a smudger brush. I'm gonna use the shadow side, and I'm thinking I'm gonna take Rockstar, this beautiful plum burgundy type color here. I'm gonna put that all over my lid, so we're going for it. Ooh, talk about pigment. It blends in really nicely with that Mystic color because they're essentially like the same, just like the Rockstar is more on the pinker side or purple-ish side, whereas Mystic is cooler and Mystic has like a grayish undertone. Again, I'm gonna take those same two shadows, the Creamsicle. This one went way up to my eyebrow and this one is not. So that's a difference. I'm gonna take those two shades again and on the blending brush and then just blend out those edges. So when it comes to dramatic eye looks like this, all you really want to do is blend the out of them, because you do not want any harsh lines, because they're darker shades, so it's gonna show that you did not blend your eyeshadow. So all you want to keep doing is going back with the shadows. You're gonna keep packing it on, you're gonna keep blending it until you get the intensity that you really like and until that is blended. So I really like that, how that looks. And now I'm just gonna go back to this more tapered brush and I'm gonna take a darker shade, but I'm not sure which one yet. I think I'm gonna do a mixture of Mystic, which is that first burgundy shade I used, and then I'm also gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm gonna use Soda Pop. It's such a confusing name for this shadow, but it's this really dark shadow right here. But I'm gonna use a mixture of both of those. I'm gonna start off with Mystic and I'm gonna really deepen the outer corner. So I'm just gonna take my shadow brush, the one that I use to apply Rockstar, and I'm gonna take a little bit of Rockstar. I'm gonna blend the darker shades with the Rockstar shade, the one that's on my lid, and I'm gonna try to make that very seamless. Okay, so lastly, I'm gonna take the same two shades and just go back and blend the edges. What else is new? Okay, so now I'm just gonna take this smudger side of the brush and I'm just gonna highlight my brow bone, but I'm really trying to decide on what shade. This is my favorite shade to highlight my brow bone with, well, these two here in the Jaclyn Hill palette. So I'm gonna take the very first shadow of the palette. I'm going to take this eye pencil from Antonym Cosmetics. It is actually my favorite eye pencil. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to tightline, which I hate doing, but it looks so good, so I'm going to do it. Story of our lives for us women. Okay, so I'm also going to take this pencil and line my lash line with it very lightly, because I was going to do a winged liner, but I like the eyeshadow look. I want the eyeshadow look to just pop out, but I do want a little something. So now I really want to use this smudger brush to do that, but I'm going to wipe it off because it does have that highlighter shade, that shimmery shade that I use for my brow bone. I'm going to take Rockstar and I'm going to use that to blend that liner in. I'm going to take the darkest shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going to just run that across my lash line as well. So now we're gonna do lashes, and for mascara today I'm gonna use the Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara by L'Oreal, and I really love this mascara actually. It reminds me of the Better Than Sex. Well, it's also the same color, like tube, but the brush is very similar to it, and I love the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's so good. I'm putting on lashes, and the lashes that I'm using today are from Princess Lash. I'm gonna use these ones, and these ones are called Jasmine. I'm using this lash glue by Kiss, and it is the Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe, and it is in clear. Okay guys, so now that my lashes are finally on, that took me a little bit. I am going to start with my foundation, and for today, I'm gonna use my favorite, and this is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and this is in the shade NC35. And I like to dot the foundation all around, and I'm gonna be using my sponge to blend that out. I'm gonna do another layer of foundation because I want a little bit more of a fuller coverage. We have a really bold eye going on right now, and a light coverage of foundation is just not gonna do it. So I'm gonna put on another layer. Instead of going in right away with the sponge this time, I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna blend that in because I want a little bit of a fuller coverage. And the brush, that's what brushes do. I just feel like the sponge just soaked up a lot of my foundation actually. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in back with the sponge and just press that into my skin to make sure it is nicely blended. For concealer, I'm gonna use two. I'm gonna use the one I always use, which is my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. And I'm gonna use that in the shade Medium Tan. So I'm gonna start off with just a tad bit of that. I really enjoy these concealing pots. But I'm just gonna focus that right in like the inner part of my under eye. So right there, because that's where I want the most coverage. So I'm just gonna take my sponge and just blend that. I'm gonna use the Milk Makeup Concealer on top of that. It's been a minute since I used this, but I remember really liking this. And this is in light, which looks a little bit really too light for me. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. And this is when you start to clean up that eyeshadow a little bit. But I'm also gonna use this concealer to highlight a little bit, so I'm gonna go right in here. Down the bridge of my nose really lightly. Right here. Right here. Right there. So to set my under eye, I'm gonna use the Il Makiage setting powder, translucent loose powder. Truthfully, sometimes this powder gives me flashback, which is freaking annoying, but I'm just gonna use it because it does give me a nice flawless finish. So I'm just gonna use a light pressure to set my under eye. I'm also gonna use that to set my nose. Alright, all the parts that I highlighted. It's getting everywhere and it's choking me. I'm not gonna bake because my skin gets super dry this time of year. And I'm also gonna use whatever's excess on my sponge to kind of go all over my face. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a powder brush. This one is from It Cosmetics and it is the Heavenly Luxe. And I'm just gonna dust all of that powder away. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm gonna set my entire face now, but I'm gonna use a powder foundation. That is a little trick I use also to combat flashback, is to kind of keep blending in the powders and also using a powder foundation on top of that. Using a sponge right after you set is really good too. So right now I have nothing on my sponge yet and I'm using the clean side, the flat side of the sponge. I'm being so extra. So now I'm gonna take my powder foundation that I've been using for everything else in the same shade as my liquid foundation, NC35. I'm sorry my lips look so ashy. It has a bunch of foundation on it, but it's just gonna stay like that for now. I'm using my clean side of the sponge to pack on this powder foundation. I told you guys we're going full coverage. This is what I mean. This is a bunch of freaking makeup. When you wear this much makeup, just make sure to really wash your skin, mask it. I'm gonna mask it after this and apologize to it and just love it because you just did a whole lot to it. Actually, I'm gonna go back to my eyes really quick so I can finish my eyes up and then move on to the rest of my face. So I'm gonna go back this really tapered brush and I'm gonna use my burgundy shades. I'm actually gonna use Mystic all over my lower lash line. Okay, now before I continue to blend my lower lash line, I'm just gonna add that Antonym Cosmetics pencil, and I'm gonna add that to my waterline. This I like to do. I've been doing this since I was like 13. This is like my mom's staple. So now I'm gonna take the shade Mystic, which is that brighter burgundy shade, and I'm gonna run that just right from the inner corner to like the middle and just blend that in with the Mystic shade, just to brighten it up and match what's happening on the eyelid. I look like a whole raccoon. Now I'm just gonna take Pukey and Creamsicle and I'm just gonna blend those lower shades. So basically we're really copying what we did on the top. So we are gonna apply some glitter, but I'm not gonna glue it on and make it like a glittery look. I just want to apply some shimmer, but it's glitter. So this is from the MAC Cosmetics Nutcracker Sweet Bronze Pigments and Glitter Kit. So this is really old. Yeah, so I don't know what year this is from, but this is a holiday collection that came out, I think like 3 years ago. I'm gonna take this glitter in Raining Riches. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Mist and Fix from Makeup Forever, and I'm just gonna spray my shader brush with that. I'm gonna apply my mascara to my top lashes one more time, and now to my bottom lashes. And again, I'm using the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. So to bronze up my skin today, I'm going to be using Cabo by Galactic, and it is a matte bronzer. And I'm using this Heavenly Luxe blush. This is a blush brush, but I'm using it to bronze up my face. Okay, and while I'm at that, I'm also going to apply my blush. And for blush today, I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores blush in the shade Je ne sais quoi. I'm gonna take this buffer brush. I really like this brush to contour actually. And I'm gonna use my IT Cosmetics Youth Sculpted palette. This palette is super beat up, but I'm gonna take a mixture of the light and medium contour. And I'm gonna start focusing on the hollows of my cheeks. And usually with contour, I like to keep it back here and slowly move it forward. So then I can see how far forward I'm going. And now I'm moving on to the deeper color, and that I'm focusing really back here. I'm not gonna move that color forward too much at all. And a nice way to know where to contour is basically if you were going from the top of your ear down. If you can't find your cheekbones, use that as a guide. I'm just gonna spray my face because I just used a bunch of powders and I wanna mix that in. I'm just gonna take my sponge and I'm gonna just press that into my skin. This helps with the appearance of, so your skin doesn't look so powdery. Look at that masterpiece. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna set my eyebrows with my favorite brow gel, and this is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pomade, and it is in clear. Okay, so now I'm just gonna highlight. Finally, we're almost done, you guys. I feel like this makeup tutorial has taken forever, but surely this is what happens when you apply 10 pounds of mascara. I mean, whoa, 10 pounds of makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna use my Dynamic Duo. I don't care how old these highlighters are, but I'm gonna use the Anastasia So Hollywood and the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. This is my go-to when I want a real glow. This, I don't think anything can beat this duo right here. And again, this is another Moda brush. This is a highlight and glow. And I'm starting off with the So Hollywood. Honestly, So Hollywood does it by itself, but I want to add some Laura Geller because I want a real mean glow. And I'm going to highlight my tear duct. I'm actually going to use just the Laura Geller Gilded Honey to do that. And I'm going to take a little bit of that on my finger and just get the tip of my nose like that. I'm going to use the MAC lip pencil in Whirl. So yeah, this is in the shade Honey Love, and it is a matte lipstick, and it looks like this. So it's a really pretty nude. It's my perfect nude, I feel like. When a lipstick looks so good with the eye look, you're just like, what? Don't talk to me. Don't do it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Now I'm gonna, what's wrong with me? Now I'm just gonna use the lip pencil, the MAC Cosmetics lip pencil in Chestnut, and I'm gonna add, this is pointy as hell. I'm gonna add some dimension to my lips, just a little bit. So I'm just gonna do like the outer corners. Says she's gonna do the outer corners, proceeds to line her entire lips. Okay, so now I'm just gonna use a little bit of gloss, and this is also from MAC. It is the gloss in Candy Box, and it's a beautiful like baby pink, and I'm just gonna apply that to the center of my lips. All right, we did it. I did it. So this is the completed look. It is so freaking bomb. I have not done this much makeup in so long. Actually, let me give you a little montage. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more looks like this, then please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you guys in my next video.